Hello everyone, my name is Brian and we are currently inside of my 1991 Chevy Class C RV, and I wanted to make this video to kind of like document and share the journey from how it started to how it's going. So I'm not really used to like being in front of a camera and like videotaping myself, so excuse me if I look at my phone to see my notes and things like that. I find that I'm always looking at like RV renovations myself on YouTube and just camping videos and things like that. So I recently figured, I'm renovating or trying to renovate my own RV. Why don't I try filming it myself and documenting the process? And yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. So far it's been a lot of work. It's been a journey, but it's been a fun one nonetheless. I was kind of bummed out that I couldn't just, get in my RV and start camping in it and trying to see what like van life is like. But it's the way it's going. I'm really happy and proud of what I've accomplished and learned. I had to learn so much. I had to buy so many tools. I now have a toolbox. I started with like a little toolbox, literally like this big, I believe. I'll show you guys a photo. And then I had to upgrade to like a legit like Harbor Freight's like toolbox with wheels and the little handle, and like it stacks. But which is cool. Now I feel manlier. Now what I would like to do with this RV is, living situations are a little crazy right now. I'm looking for to be able to go camping and go see nature, because I love nature, and seeing what van life is about and traveling and getting to see new places. I want to talk about why I got it. So I've had this RV now for 3 years about, and back then I wasn't in a really good like living situation. I kind of just wanted to buy a van and live in it and call it a day, just get away. But there wasn't really a way to do that comfortably with my 2 cats. I didn't feel comfortable cramming them in a normal van and just surviving. So a friend of mine, he was like, hey man, why don't you get an RV? And I was like, I never thought about that. So I went ahead and started looking for RVs on Facebook Market. I was just surfing every night. But I didn't have that much money. So I didn't have that much money, and I would ask the bank for loans and things like that. But since I didn't have what do they call it? Since I didn't have the credit history, they would not loan me anything. So I was kind of stuck in a pickle, and I didn't really know what to do until I saw this RV on Facebook Market. I thought it was a scam, but I decided to message the person, and turns out they were real, and they were willing to work with me with payments and things like that. So we went to Las Cruces to check out the RV, and as soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it. It's 22 feet long. It's just perfect. It's big enough to be inside comfortably, and small enough to drive and park anywhere comfortably. So I fell in love with it immediately. When I checked it out inside, it had an old nasty rug and all the appliances, but everything seemed pretty well, and it ran. That was the plus. That's another reason why I really wanted it, because it actually drove. All the other vintage RVs that I had seen, in that price range, like none of them ran. Either they needed a fuel pump, they needed tires, the transmission was bad, they had no idea what was wrong with it. So as soon as I was told that this RV ran, I was like, okay, that's a plus. I can fix everything else maybe on the inside if it's minor things. I noticed it had some water damage inside, and since I was making payments, first thing I did was I covered it with a huge tarp at the lady's property. I put a huge tarp around the RV, and until I finished paying it off, brought it home, drove it home, and that's when I noticed how much work this RV was. It was crazy. There was, I'll show you guys later, but on this side there used to be a futon that covered the whole section here, and I hadn't stepped there, so I didn't know what was under. So as soon as I threw out the futon and started ripping off the carpet, the old carpet, to, you know, renovate it, that's when I noticed that there was like no wood. There was like nothing there. Like the wood was so rotten that it was wood chips. It was literally wood chips. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And things from there, I just kept finding more and more and more things. And so I'm gonna take you guys through what repairs I've done. And by no means am I like a handyman. Like, I've had to learn a lot of things, so I know like very basic things. I didn't feel comfortable like touching this RV, so for the longest time I saved money to probably like to try and find someone who would fix it for me, because I didn't feel comfortable you know, like working on it on my own. But it wasn't like until I kept being giving the runaround by these people that would fix RVs and flip them. They kept giving me the runaround. I wasted like, I think 8 months waiting on them. They kept just giving me the runaround, that they didn't have time, that they needed more staff, like things like that, until I caught on. I was like, okay, they don't want to work on it. And unfortunately, there's a RV company in Anthony, New Mexico. Actually, it's on the Texas side of Anthony, but I won't mention their name. But I had trusted an employee from there to work on my RV on the side, because my girlfriend purchased her RV in this place, and that guy did a horrible job. I got the RV in worse shape. I undid all the work he did, and turns out he did nothing. He just basically put fresh wood and on top of everything and said, there you go, buddy. So it wasn't until then, in a court battle, which I won, that I finally decided to take things into my own hands. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try this my own. I'm gonna just give it the best I can, and it can't be worse than what this guy did. And that gave me the confidence actually to start working on this RV. So I don't have videos of the renovation, like everything I've done to it, but I do have a lot of photos. So I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so I'll try posting photos as I can to show you guys what I've done. First thing I started with was, so I removed all the old carpet out. All the old carpet was removed, and then this front section right here in this living room, I would call it, section, I redid the whole structure, put new wooden structure, put new flooring, and then from there I redid the whole overcab, which was crazy. Like just the more I look to this RV, the more horrible things I find. But I redid the whole overcap section, which I'm about to finish. So yeah, I redid the whole overcap section, like literally everything, and I'll show you guys like from this whole, I don't know if you can see, yeah, this whole bottom part and all of this top part and the sides. It had water damage everywhere where it just got in through that overcab. Where the trim is. What else? Oh, so I discovered that they might have crashed this RV on this side because the awning was torn off. Like on the outside, I used to have an awning, and it's completely torn off. And as this side was opened up, I recently discovered that the bottom aluminum bracket that goes all across, that holds the bottom section of the overcab, it was just snapped off. It was just hanging. And when I removed this, I noticed it had a aluminum plate just slapped on there, like screwed on. And it was just like a little band-aid. When I took it off, I had no idea that that aluminum beam was broken. So just recently fixed that. Since I don't have videos to show you guys my renovation, I do have a lot of photos. I'm trying to remember. I think the first thing I started, it's because I chipped everywhere. I went a little crazy, and I know you're supposed to start in one section and fix it and finish it, but I went a little crazy. So when I was fixing this bottom part section of the overcab, I removed that whole section. It just slid out. It was a bunch of screws. It was taking off all the trim and taking it apart at the front right here where the window is, just so I can slide this bottom part piece out. So I slid it out, and then what I did was I unglued everything. Like, there was so much rotten wood in this corner over here, which I'll show you guys. It was just black. And so I removed the fiberglass. I had to, like, it's fiberglass glued to Luan wood, and then the 2x4s that run across. So I basically just pried all that off, and then you have to scrape off all the glue. So I bought a bunch of goof off, sprayed it all on the fiberglass, and then just started scraping away little by little with a little blade like that. And then once that was done, I sprayed it all with, it was Gorilla Glue, but I sprayed it all with Gorilla Glue, and then I glued the new fresh Luan plywood to the fiberglass, and then I tried replicating everything the exact same way as the old one was. So the 2x4s, and then from there I just put it back, slid it back in, the whole piece, screwed it back under. But I don't know what the heck they've done with this RV. I know they've redone the roof, and like I tell you, I think they had crashed this side because the aluminum bottom bracket was broken. This beam that runs across is bent up here, and I don't know what they did to it, but the fiberglass was just not long enough to cover this section. So to make up for it, they had like flashing molding going all on the trim side and on the bottom, just to make up for that missing side. From there, I redid this whole front section which was literally just copying how the old one was. And this whole panel right here, and on the roof there was a section that was really bad, so I had to put a new panel of wood on top on the roof, and also the bottom Luan panel. For the fiberglass, I did not want to repeat and scrape off all the old glue because it's a really big section. It's like 8 feet across, and I don't know, say you like, I don't know, maybe 6 feet or 5 feet coming down. I think like 5 feet. But that's a big section of fiberglass to scrape off all the old glue out. And what I was going back to saying how it just didn't fit. I don't know what they ended up doing to this RV when they crashed it or whatever, but this top section, this whole passenger section of the overcab had aluminum flashing, like going from the outside of the fiberglass to the inside, covering a missing gap. And I just decided, you know what, I don't want to do all that again and have to put the flashing and try to make it as watertight as possible. So what I did, I just went to Rec Pro and I bought a whole new section of fiberglass, which was it was way cheaper than I thought, honestly. And that's what I did. So then I glued the fiberglass to the new section of the overhead cab that I had rebuilt, and tried my best to recreate exactly the same as the old one. And then so that's where I'm at right now. I glued on that fiberglass panel, and where I'm at right now, I just need to I added fiberglass, what's it called, resin and fiberglass sheets on underside of the cab, where there was still like a section of wood exposed where the fiberglass didn't reach all the way to the trim. I need to add more coatings of that, and then from there I think I'm good to go to put butyl tape on the trim of the RV on the outside and install the new trim back, and also butyl tape on the underside of the cab and the trim under. I think that's where I'm at right now. From there, what I'm gonna do is, I think, yes, this wall. I need to fix this wall. This is what's next. It's disgusting. Let me just show you guys. So this wall so here I need to scrape away all this. This is the botch job that guy from the RV place that I told you works at did. This is all pretty soft. All of this moves. Not sure I can capture it on camera very well. There we go. Yep. So I have to take all this off, all the way up into here. I don't want to do anything crazy anymore. I'm kind of exhausted myself redoing this whole section, all of that. So I'll just be scraping off as much as I can, seeing like how far back the water damage goes to. Taking off this panel, I'm pretty sure it stops somewhere there, and then putting fresh Luan panels in the back, gluing them, and fixing this beam right here. Just adding another beam to attach to the column over here, so I can bring this hole in. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So thank you guys very much for watching, if you did, and if you stuck around for as long as you did. There's so many things that my mind was just trying to think, like, what have I even done? Like, where am I? What's next? But I'll try my best to start filming. I don't really film because, like, once I start working, I just want to work and get it done and not have to worry about camera angles and if you can see what I'm doing. But maybe I should try. I don't know. It'd be fun maybe to watch like a video documentary of my process. But yeah, well, thank you guys for watching and for checking out my 1991 Chevy Class C RV. Bye guys.